Hi everyone, today we are reading a David Walliams book called Marmalade, but not the marmalade you're thinking. It's about a cute orange panda. Let's get going. One morning, deep in the forest, a beautiful baby panda was born, but this baby panda was different to all the others, as he had a dazzling orange fur. The baby's mummy was surprised. Pandas are always white with black bits or black with white bits. However, she couldn't be more in love. "I will call you Marmalade," she whispered, as she cradled her firstborn in her arms. Soon all the pandas were in the forest woke up. They gathered around to see the newest member of their embarrassment. Yes, a group of pandas really is called that, an embarrassment of pandas. No, said the elder panda. "This odd-looking bear does not belong with us." "But why?" protested his mum. "He's an embarrassment to the embarrassment." Yeah, agreed the others. "Marmalade is absolutely perfect," she said. A tear rolled down her cheek. It landed on her son's nose. Plop! Marmalade looked up to see his mum crying and felt sad himself. Perhaps the other pandas are right, he thought. Perhaps I do not fit in here. While his mum gathered bamboo shoots, Marmalade stole himself off alone to the river. He gazed down at his reflection. The other pandas were right. He was different. So he decided to take himself off to see where he might belong. Marmalade hopped onto a log, doink, and began bobbing along the river. The log slid down a waterfall. Sploosh! Then, as the river winded and slowed, the baby panda spotted all the weird and wonderful creatures of the forest for the very first time. Wolves purring, leopards lurking, alligators splashing and splashing. Suddenly, Marmalade found himself whisked up into the air. Whoosh! A pair of monkeys were hiding in a tree. "Is it a monkey?" "No, but it looks like us. It's orange. That's all. Drop it back in the river." Whoosh! Just before Marmalade hit the water, he was caught by the beak as of an ibis. Snap! The bird soared high above the tops of the trees to join its congregation in flight. Flap, flap, flap! It is one of us. Funny-looking bird, is it? Look at its color. It's like us. Nothing like us. Put it back where you found it. With that, the ibis dropped the baby panda from its beak. Whiz! Marmalade fell through the trees and landed on the back of a sleeping tiger. Thump! Roar! The startled tiger darted through the forest. Marmalade held on tight onto his ears, thrilled by the ride. Bumpety, bumpety, bumpety. The tiger stopped at the clearing where a streak of huge orange cats were waiting. "Look, a tiger cub!" "Don't be daft. That's not a tiger." "What is it then?" "I think it's a panda." "Pandas aren't orange." "Let's eat it and find out." The tigers began licking their lips. Slip, slip, slip. Oh dear, little Marmalade is in trouble. Not wanting to be tigers all-you-can-eat buffet, Marmalade raced up the nearest tree. He made his escape, hopping from branch to branch as the hungry tigers roared from the ground. Oh dear. When he was sure he had lost them, Marmalade slid down, banging his bottom on every branch. Boing, boing, boing. Next, he traced his way home along the riverbank. Marmalade leaped over the jaws of a peckish pangolin, snap, and slid down the slitheriest snake, hiss, before bouncing off the belly of a moody moon bear, growl. Marmalade flew through the air, whiz, landing in a huge muddy puddle, splut. Marmalade looked down at his fur. He now has dark patches like all the other pandas. Delighted that he would fit in now, Marmalade bounced his way home. It was night by the time Marmalade reached the embarrassment. All the pandas were sleeping except one, his mum. The poor panda looked worried sick. When Marmalade approached, she didn't recognize him at first. But then, "Marmalade? Can that be you?" she asked, as she rushed towards her baby and scooped him up in his arms. "Oh, Marmalade, I've looked everywhere in the forest for you. I thought you had run away forever. But tell me, what happened to your wonderful orange fur?" She patted him with her paw and clouds of dusty mud exploded into the air. "Woof! Oh, my darling Marmalade," said Mum, "you never need to change. You are perfect just the way you are." To help the baby panda understand, she picked some brightly colored forest flowers and rubbed her paws along them. "Look, I could be blue, pink, or purple, and I would still be your mum." Little Marmalade bounced up and down in excitement. Boing, boing, boing. He put his hand on a bright yellow flower and rubbed the dust on the flower on his mum's fur. They giggled together. They both looked over to see the sleeping pandas. "Are you thinking what I'm thinking?" she whispered. Marmalade eagerly nodded his head. "Shh, let's be quiet though. We don't want to wake them up." "Well, not yet." Marmalade and his mum gathered so many brightly colored plants and flowers from the forest as they could. Soon they had a great handful of powdery paint. As all the other pandas slept, the pair went to work. One sleeping panda they painted purple, another they painted pink, but they saved the best until last. One they painted blue, another they painted green. Mum painted herself red. While the elderly panda snored away, the pair giggled as they painted him every color of the rainbow. So when the dawn rose over the forest, all the pandas awoke to find themselves painted the craziest colors. "What is the meaning of this?" thundered the elderly panda. Does not look very happy. But he looked so funny that all the other pandas laughed. Looking down at the multicolored tummy, the elderly panda couldn't help but burst out laughing. "Ha ha, you were right. It doesn't matter if we're all different. We all belong together." "Hooray!" cheered the whole embarrassment. Now not the least little bit of embarrassment anymore. Mom and Marmalade shared a smile before leading the multicolored pandas in a celebratory parade around the forest. Whoo! So all the other animals joined in the party. A moon bear painted herself maroon, a leopard dusted her fur lime green, and a snake made herself canary yellow. Thanks to a little orange panda, every animal in the forest was happy to be themselves. But no one could be happier than Marmalade. What a sweet book. Thank you for listening. Bye for now.